Hi everyone, my name is Bruce Swartz. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and there are UFOs on the surface of the moon under a cloud, natural or not. It's a thick cloud. You know, you'd think it was thicker than just a camouflage or a spray or vapor or dust. Showed this yesterday, those three lights lighting up. But now we're going to look at something in slow motion because everyone's overlooking it. UFOs flying in formation. That's what I want to talk about. Flying in squadron formations, four-finger formations. These are all military formations that we know of. VIC formation, VIC formations that I've been looking up. Squadron formations of the navies, the militaries, the armies in many countries, and they are very similar when they are in war, flying in tactical formations, etc. Well, I'm sorry, but that's exactly what we're seeing on the surface. We're seeing an amazing proof that something's up there, even though we don't know exactly what they are. But now there's something else that I'm starting to wonder about, guys, is, you see some of these UFOs have continuously sporadic lights that are appearing around them. And watch the blues coming up. Wow. It just mesmerizes me. Mesmerized to see all this on the surface. And those lights, those flashes of lights, are they shooting on the surface? Is someone shooting at them? We're seeing, there they are. Like, look at these UFOs, the black dots. Some of them are stationary, and you have this UFO moving. Look at the blues on the surface. This is cloud cover that you can see that this UFO is flying through. And now here is the UFO in formation. UFOs. There they are. Tactical. Flying. They're flying in a triangular formation. They're advancing under a cloud on the surface. This is just underneath Archimedes crater. Very recent footage. People are saying, well, are you reposting? No, I often do my research, and of course I'll repost something after I change it and show it better. But no, I'm sorry. These are daily UFOs. When you go up there, you're finding UFOs, and look at them on the surface. They're under a haze. You could clearly see that. And these objects are moving side by side. So they're simultaneous objects. That's something important. I show UFOs, but I'm not really mentioning that, hey, it's not just, look at that. What went on there, all those lights? There are several UFOs flying in unison and formations together. Look at the blues on the surface. Look at this UFO going by stationary objects, yet the stationary objects are clear. You could clearly see a cloud, right? Look at it. There's no denying it. We're looking at a surface with cloud cover. Here is Mare Serenitatis. We're going to take a really close look, a beautiful look at Apollo 17, Taurus Littrow Valley, the Taurus Mountains, the area just southeastern of area of Mare Serenitatis, because whether they landed or not, I'm still going to talk about the declared landing site. Now, even if they didn't land, they still could have talked about the real surface, having seen it with a telescope, as I have. Many minerals, they say, on the surface. There are many colors. That doesn't change anything, that we're seeing UFOs on the surface and activity. But I still enjoy looking at the colors. But yeah, the Apollo 17 landing area in the Littrow Valley, just off of Mare Serenitatis in the southeastern area, we see bridge-like objects going over the exact area where they landed. And Mons Argeas, just to the right there, that we'll see. Look at the greens, look at the surface. They talk about, and I'll mention it a bit later, glass beads on the surface. that would have come from meteors. Now, I don't necessarily believe that they're from meteors, but I'm still going to give you a heads up on what info is out there and what everyone in science says, is the reason for the colors that are there. But there are colors. High ridge at the back there, just incredible. Posidonius crater over there, top right. You look at the high elevated ridge that goes up, and just below there, keep going downwards. Well, that's the Taurus mountain range. I've given my opinion before. I'm just posting what they say out there as information. The Taurus Littrow Valley. We're talking about the Taurus Mountains. And supposedly in 1972, December, the Apollo 17 astronauts would have landed on the surface of the moon in the Taurus Littrow Valley, which is in the southern eastern part of Mare Serenitatis. And now, here's the thing. They talk about an orange surface. Yes, I see an orange surface myself. They're talking about many different types of minerals. Feldspar, rich breccia, and the large massifs surrounding the valley, and basalts underlying the valley floor, they say, covered by an unconsolidated layer of regolith or mixed materials. They talk about other materials from volcanic material in the same location and other events. That's all they say that would have happened. But that's just besides the point. Besides there being actual structuring there or not, we see 3 lines going over where they would have landed. But now, have you guys ever heard of the glass beads that they're talking about? They're talking about the surface being like glass, having glass beads from, and that they say would have been the explosion from the meteorite crash that actually formed the Serenitatis Basin. All this splash and rock that would have come out of the hole, obviously, after the explosion, after it would have hit. But this is, like I said, just what they're saying. But we're seeing the surface in close-up detail. It's only a matter of time till the whole world is going to know that the moon is actively visited. Now some interesting news about space. Recent space news. There was a bill designed to reform commercial space regulations and extend the life of the International Space Station, but it failed to win approval in the House, and that was on December 21st, 2018. Now, what does that mean? The Space Frontier Act, S3277, failed to win approval on a 239 to 137 vote. The bill was being considered under a legislative procedure in the House known as suspicion of the rules that limits debate and the ability to amend the bill, but requires a 2/3 majority to win passage. So that means the space station is in risk and peril right now. That's what it means. A partial government shutdown that started December 22nd, 2018 will once again force NASA to halt most of its non-essential activities and could hinder coverage of spaceflight events planned for the end of the year. NASA is among the agencies whose funding lapsed at midnight Eastern Time, December 22nd, when a continuing resolution that has been funding them expired. NASA is funded by the Commerce, Justice, and Science Appropriations Bill, one of 7 yet to be passed by Congress. So that basically means we're going to have to be watching and eyes open to see what happens with this government shutdown. And, everything NASA related is not going to be shown. The launches, the flybys, probably any asteroid coverage, etc. Well, not that we ever really get any, but it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. And just so happens that there are some asteroid flybys that are supposed to occur. So eyes open, everyone. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching, everyone. More on its way.